All right, now we're going to kind of spearhead the issue of the aggression and the violence and the spearheading the issue of how to solve that. And this goes into a lot of studies that have been done where this has been tested and approved. It's been done in schools, it's been done in the police force, and the results are there, they're clear, and the results are great. And that is introducing meditation classes and classes that exhume, you have Tai Chi, you have karate, you have the meditation classes and the guided meditation, that's stress relief during the day, and spearheading this thing. We need this in this country. We need a time, in schools, you can have a lunch break where you go and take this class, or even a class in itself where you learn to deal with aggression and you learn to deal with bullying and you learn to deal with sharing your stories and your frustrations, but using that meditation because it has been proven, the schools that it has been tested in, um, it has significantly reduced the amounts and the cases, as a matter of fact, almost eliminating those cases of, I think, oh, don't quote me on this, but it was the numbers of incidences within the school, and it significantly reduces, which also um, helps people and children feel more safer in their environment. It is proven. There's no argument here. If you want to argue it, you probably need to go meditate and think about it. That's the whole issue here, is it's now being implemented. And then you look at the police force too. The police, they have a tremendous amount of weight on their shoulders, and the relaxation and the meditation, and the results. So guys, we got to look at the results of these tests and those provisionary um, 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 and provisionary trials of these meditation classes. That there's, it's time. And the thing is the most aggressive people that are against this are most likely the ones who are going to fight it and fight it and fight it, and they're the ones that need it the most. And after they get it and do it, they'll be like, oh, is this what we're fighting? So again, we got to spearhead this issue in America, guys. It does go into a lot of teachings, and a lot of teachings about compassion and teachings of breathing exercises and just taking the breath to let go of all that, all the issues and the negativity that's brought you down. These are especially in high, high-paced work environments. You got tech, you have like I don't know why this came to mind, but Wall Street and Wall Street and the market and everything like that. I bet you those guys can testify to this. They go and they get a massage, they get meditation. Of course that works. That's like the only thing that has their saving grace at the end of the day, you know. So we need a lot of people that can testify to this, that do know that this is beneficial. Politicians, like, I would look at politicians and be like, do you have meditation classes? Do you have a practice them? You have Taoism, you have meditation, you have Tai Chi. Um, do this. Do this for the next 6 months and tell me that it is not beneficial. It does not go against any beliefs, because it's the belief that you learn to breathe and let go of all that anger and all that aggression and all that transcendence that is poisoning, intoxicating your ability to make any rational decisions, because you got so much weight on your shoulders. This is about releasing that weight and finding that. I kind of followed this up. The last video I did, this kind of reminded me too, with the military, um, the celebrity paintball video too, and I would want a lot of input too with the military, and because when you have meditation, you have healing, you also have music too as well, and I think music is a great healer too. It exercises those emotions and those thoughts. It kind of releases that weight, and I think music is still a great healer too. So I would love to have the input from the military and anybody out there too, to say, I hope this does go forward, because there's something there, and it needs to be implemented nationally within our schools. Um, if it is not, it, if it's not implemented during lunch hours or whatever, at least having that time or that break that 30 minute to an hour after school program. Kids that, they don't want to quite go home because maybe there's problems at home and everything, and it gives them a chance to have this class before they go and learn, so they can go back home and deal with even the problems in their own home, or problems with bullying and everything, and with the bullying part too. Yes, teaching self-defense classes in school I think would be good, to an extent, so that they can learn to deal and to say things that dissolve dissolve the anger and dissolve the issue and deal with issues correctly. We don't implement that enough in high school. People say it's the jobs of the parents. No, the guys, this is all of our responsibilities to allow this to happen in the country. Disallowing it is doing you a favor. And when you see when you see the improvement in the children, when you see the results, when you see them come home from school and be like, wow, this really is working. This is great. This is, it's the prayer. It's the meditation. It goes into prayer and meditation. It's kind of this very, very similar thing where you're releasing that transgressions and you're putting that energy, that positivity out there. It is a way to deal with these kind of things. So there should be no issue here whatsoever. There should be no issue. Anybody that does have an issue with it needs to get out and is no longer, those people are no longer, if they can't experience it and then come back and say, oh no, this is bad, this is totally bad. I mean, think about those kind of anger issues out there and what their problems are. We don't need anybody like that making any decisions in this country, or any decisions on the school board, or any decisions on being a teacher anyway. Yeah, and even meditation classes for the teachers, even providing that for the teachers, or a massage for teachers. My God, guys, giving teachers, having a masseuse provided, when the teachers are on their lunch break, and providing a masseuse. My goodness, think, and bam, that automatically boosts the need for people, for job creation. We talk about job creation and the therapy, the psychology, and everything like that. We have like such a need for these kind of things in the economy, and we have a lot of people that want to do these kind of things. It's just the getting the degrees and everything is so convoluted, and it's so expensive. We really got to look at that issue too. When there are people who are naturally gifted at being natural healers, that naturally understand, even though they haven't taken classes, they have that natural personality that people enjoy being around, and they enjoy um, that camaraderie of understanding, and that camaraderie, I think like having a masseuse to come in and help teachers relax a little bit, kind of bringing in that lifestyle a little bit more would be hugely beneficial for this country. So we got to spearhead this issue, guys, in America, because it will significantly, I mean, there's too much aggression in this country. Of course there'll be and you know what the response is going to be to this? It's going to be like, oh, that pansy ass little fruitcake. I bet you those people that oppose are going to be those people. So just push that aside. Don't even worry about that, because if those people aren't on board with it, that's fine. That's on them. That's their fault. That's their accountability. But it's also doing a disservice to the kids, because once the kids do this and go through this, and experience it and feel better, then they can be the big FU to the people that were against it. I just kind of instigated aggression with that here. But I mean, some things are deserving, but we do it kindly and we do it lovingly. And it's the way we come back at people. It's we have to do it correctly and witty, and so this is. Spearheading this issue is necessary across the board. It needs to be the Board of Education, especially those people, if they're terrified of something. Are you terrified of kids feeling comfortable and safe? Feeling comfortable and safer is also a way for us to become more comfortable and safer. It's a state of mind, if you haven't grasped that yet. then you haven't quite dug deep enough into yourself to understand that. And that's the teachings. Many people will understand that, that know the practice and the teachings out there. So this is what we got to do, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Right.